There are people in this world, they are the same age as you are, and they wish they could swap lives with you. Just because you have panic attacks, just because you have anxiety attacks, doesn't mean that you are at the rock bottom. If you completely understand what I tell you in this video, then you can upgrade yourself. You can pull yourself out of this thing that is called panic attack. They're not even real, they're not even true. I have gone through them and I still maintain that they are not true. If you completely understand this one principle, and the principle is the universe is immaterial, it is actually just mental and spiritual. Now, if you just understand this principle in a very deep way, then there's no reason for you to spend so many dollars on therapy sessions, so many dollars on anxiety medications. You can just heal your panic attacks as you're about to fall asleep at night. By the way, I'm falling asleep. I was falling asleep, and I just remembered that I wanted to make another video just for the sake of you guys. Anyway, now that you have known this principle that the universe is immaterial, the the next step is to completely manipulate your universe. And when I mean what I mean by universe is anything that is physical, anything that you can perceive through your five senses, is not actually physical, is not actually made of materials. Isn't that amazing to know? Your physical body is immaterial. So when you say you have heart palpitations, your neck gets hot, your face flushes, you get dizzy, you get uh, globus sensation in your throat, it is all an illusion created by your five senses. This is the reason why yogis of ancient India have been calling this world, calling this three-dimensional world as Maya. Maya means illusion. Now, in order to break free of this illusion, you need to upgrade your state of consciousness, because the physical world, the universe, is mental, meaning your physical world is just an extension of your own mind. If you can upgrade your state of consciousness, if you can upgrade your state of mind, your physical world must upgrade, including your biology. If you can just upgrade your state of consciousness, your biology must upgrade. Genes for panic attacks, genes responsible for bad health will start to turn off, and genes that are responsible for good mental health and well-being will start to turn on, just because you have changed your state of mind. Right now, maybe you are facing a lot of tragic circumstances. That will also disappear if you're able to upgrade your state of consciousness. So listen to me very closely. There are three steps of upgrading your state of consciousness, and anybody can do this because we are all creators of our life. The Bible says that we are made in the image of God. The kingdom of heaven lies inside of us. All the happiness lies inside of us. The Upanishads say Aham Brahmasmi, which means I am the source of creation. So start acting like one. You are the source. You don't have to be the victim of your environment. You don't have to be the victim of your life circumstances. You do not have to be the victim of your genetics. It can all be changed simply by upgrading your own state of consciousness. So what you have to do is you first have to relax completely. And to relax, you can use Yoga Nidra meditation. But that's for somebody who is a little more skilled at meditation. I use Yoga Nidra meditation in order to relax. But when I was starting out, my condition was so bad that I could not even sit still for 5 minutes, not even for 1 minute. So I recommend, if you're that type of person, you just chant Om, AUM, Om. I have a 20 minutes video on how to chant Om correctly. Just find that on my YouTube channel and you can chant along with me. It's a 20-minute video and you have to chant Om for 20 minutes to see any effect on your body. What chanting of Om does is it stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system, puts you at a state of ease, and prepares you for a deeper state of relaxation and meditation. It also affects your energy body in terms of yogic perspective. When the energy body is affected, when the energy body is vibrant, your mental body and your physical body starts to naturally heal itself. So I have personally known people who have healed their panic attacks simply by chanting Om. They didn't even need to do the second step and the third step of my meditation process. Anyway, you listen to me, all the three steps. So what happens after you chant Om for about 20 minutes is your brain starts to create alpha waves and theta waves. Right now, your brain is operating on beta waves. It's a very highly focused and highly. Beta waves are when you have certain amount of stress in your mind, but alpha waves naturally help you to visualize stuffs. And in theta waves, your brain becomes very suggestible to your own auto suggestions. So when you chant Om, you create wonderful coherent alpha waves and theta waves. Now, what you have to do is you start to visualize a scenario, an imaginary scenario, where you are already the type of person that you want to become, and you are already doing the things that you want to do. So, start to imagine that you are already a calm, relaxed, happy, joyful, empowered, grateful person. Start to act like that person. How is that person going to walk? Start to visualize that you are walking that way. Start to visualize that you are talking very differently. You're saying to your friends and family, hey guys, you don't have to worry about me anymore. I am completely healed. Start to visualize that they are complimenting you on how peaceful and how relaxed you have been lately. Start to date amazing people in your imaginary scenario, because right now maybe you can't date because a lot of people can't date when they are inflicted with a lot of mental pain. Start to touch your romantic partner's hair, start to hug them, start to kiss them, start to hear them compliment you on how you're such an amazing person, on how you're so peaceful, on how you're so relaxed and confident. Provide all the sensory vividness to your imaginary act, even the sensation of smelling. Start to smell the aroma of coffee, start to eat amazing food in your imaginary act with your romantic partners, with your friends and family, because right now maybe you can't drink stimulating agents like coffee. So start to do that. Anything that you cannot do right now in your physical three-dimensional world, that you feel limited by, start to do in your imaginary act. When you do that, when you provide all the sensory vividness to your imaginary act, then that imagination becomes very powerful. Western mystic in the 20th century, who was named Neville Goddard, was a very big propounder of this theory known as imagination creates reality. Now, if you're properly able to provide all the sensory vividness to your imaginary scenario and you can feel the emotions of that imaginary scenario, then that becomes reality. Because right now your imagination is weak, it's impotent, it cannot create reality, it cannot materialize into this existence. But listen to me very closely and your imagination will materialize. So you properly place yourself into that imaginary scenario and don't create that imaginary scenario as if you're watching some movie. You have to be the actor in your imaginary scenario. You have to do everything in the first person in your imaginary scenario. Start to see the things, start to see the places that you want to see, start to hear the compliments that you want to hear, start to taste the food that you want to taste, start to smell the things that you want to smell, start to touch the things that you want to touch in your imaginary scenario, and then your mind starts to lose the differentiation ability to distinguish between what an imagined act is and what an experience that you have in this three-dimensional world is. When that happens, your imaginary scenario starts to create neural networks inside of your brain. Now that neural network starts to reflect like that imagined scenario, has already happened to you in real time. Now, listen to me. You have to mentally rehearse this imaginary scenario over and over and over again, because you need to make the neural network set and hard inside of your brain. When that happens, it starts to send a rush of chemicals down your body. Those chemicals are going to create feelings which are equivalent to your imaginary scenario. Now, because you have imagined wonderful things for you, you are going to create wonderful feelings of in your body. Elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, empowerment, confidence are going to be felt inside of your body. Now, these feelings are actually the secret of breathing life into your imaginary scenario. So, sustain these elevated emotions for an extended period of time, and your imaginary scenario will materialize very, very fast. The longer you can sustain these elevated emotions, the faster this imaginary scenario will materialize. So, and you're very good at sustaining the emotions. Don't forget that, because you have been sustaining the emotions of tragedy, emotions of anxiety for so long, because you have practiced feeling that emotion. So, just show up every day. Start to do these three steps daily. When you're about to fall asleep, that is the best time. When you wake up, whenever you find time in your day, just do these three steps over and over and over again, and you will get really good at sustaining the elevated emotions. The best thing to the best time to do this exercise is as you're about to fall asleep, because that is the best time when your subconscious mind is very open, and when all that feelings are going to get impressed in your subconscious mind, then everything that you imagine will happen. Your panic attacks will go out of the window. They will never visit you again. Everything will turn out to be wonderful for you. You will start to date amazing people. Your friends and family will start to compliment you. Your ex-boyfriend and your ex-girlfriend, or your ex-competitors or your enemies will start to look at you, and they will just be jealous about how thriving you are. They will regret that they ever messed with you. You'll start to see yourself as a very powerful human being. But please just show up every day, because it's not easy. This is not easy, because right now your attention span is like that of a goldfish, because we have been bombarded with TikToks, Instagram reels, YouTube shorts, instant gratifications, drugs, alcohols. All of these things are taking your attention away from you. So practice these three steps daily, and your attention span will be longer. You will be able to hold your attention on a particular imaginary scenario for a long period of time. And when that happens, you will start to create feelings of amazing emotions, and that will be sustained for a long period of time, and that will help you materialize your imagination. Just like that, you don't even have to do anything. If you just feel the emotions of your desired imagination, that imagination must come to life. The laws of nature will align itself in order to give life to your imaginary scenario. Now, I have made a ton of different videos on how to overcome your panic attacks, but if you still feel like you cannot do it alone, then I have my Gmail or my Viber, my Telegram, my WhatsApp, all in the description box down below. Message me, and then we can get started right away. You have to remember that the sky is the limit once you truly know how to imagine correctly and feel the emotions of your desired imagination correctly. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.